J would be on this side, so. What's up, Nilu? My guru. Oh, mom is here. Hi. Let me see. Just waiting for... Not yet. ¿Qué pasó, Victor? This is the green room. Literally just waiting for the guest. ¿Qué pasó, chamo? Doesn't this look like a real set? Not really, right? No. Just waiting for our no, not here yet. You know, I can have a full conversation. What's up, Andrea? What's up, neighbor? When are you coming home? You've left me here in this middle of this quarantine by myself. I wish I could hear you, but I know, Victor. Well, you know, you could plan para verme, chamo. I mean, you know, it works both ways. No, not yet. Let me text this guy. How's everybody doing today? Not that I can hear anything. You on? Not yet. What's up, everybody? How's your quarantining doing? Hopefully as good as mine. Welcome to my office / guest room. What's up, Barry? Miss you, boy. I know, we gotta get back on the podcast, man. I will come back, I promise. Let me see. I'm on your page rating. No. Oh, there we go. So Derek's coming on now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Hey, how we doing?
Good. How are you, buddy?
Doing great, thank you. You know, as good as I can be.
I know, right? It's always fun to watch these back on the waiting room moment, and it just seems like so
I know.
fun.
Yeah, it's weird because I've been on your page for like probably 5 minutes now, just waiting. But maybe it's a little delayed on my end.
We weren't ready for you, man. We just weren't ready for you yet.
Well, I'm ready for you. So, how are you doing?
How's quarantine life treating you?
It's treating me good. I'm very blessed that I live in a beautiful complex that I can walk around it end to end and get a good 2 mile walk in, and it's a lot of hills. So I'm getting some pretty good cardio in, and my girlfriend and I we're doing a lot of bored eating, which is something that I feel like I need to stop doing.
Yeah, it's not on brand for you, huh?
No, because usually I'm used to like if I eat something bad, I'll go to the gym and I'll work it off.
Right.
And I mean, there are endless things to do out here to stay active and stay healthy and away from people. But it's like you have to be really disciplined to continue on the same regimen. And like me, the gym is so easy. I can just go in and like naturally I'll just 2 hours will go by and I'll be like, whoa. Here it's like, I have to force myself to like put out the yoga mat, and like I have a little bag of goodies right here that's like a bunch of different bands and stuff, and like I'll have fun creating workouts with it. But it's like it's a whole different style, and like, the cardio aspect, like I said, it's all walking around outside and stuff. So you know, just trying to mix it up.
Well, good, man. Well, thanks for coming on the live. And actually, I would love to talk to you a little bit further about what you suggest for people. I mean, it sounds like you're not doing it, but they
No,
say,
no, no. I am. I'm staying active.
who
I'm,
you doing?
I'm actually, so I I have two clients that I train together, and they're quarantined together in one house.
Perfect.
So the two of them plus my girlfriend are the only three people I've came in contact with in a month, probably.
All right.
But I'm still actually able to train them together because he has kind of like a little home gym set up. So it works that I'm able to kind of work out with them too with weights, and then kind of do my own thing at home with like bands and without weights. But to elaborate on what you asked me, you know,
Well,
a lot of
I
people.
want to tell people really quick who you are, really quick.
Okay,
We'll jump
yeah,
right in. So for you guys that don't know Derek, he is an amazing content creator that focuses on fitness. And I know I wanted to show really quick how we met on,
yes,
and I want you to tell me, can you see this good? Or down
yes,
or up?
a little bit lower.
Lower, like that?
There we go. A little bit more. No, higher. Sorry, sorry. I like so I can see the only the top row,
Okay.
and there's me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring it down. So this was the cover that we did for La Palm for the social network.
Hmm.
And dude, I'm so happy with how it came out, right?
Oh, it was amazing. That was such a fun day.
Yeah, and and here's the charity that we benefited, Adopt the Arts with Jane Lynch. She spearheads it, and then here's a picture of all of us in the group, and here's some of the interviews, right? And
Yeah,
this was so fun, and the video component of it also was fantastic. It was just great to have everyone use their voice to create awareness for Adopt the Arts, right?
definitely. No, it's an amazing cause, and it was so much fun hanging out with the kids all day too.
Yeah. And that's what I love about all these social network features, that they profile a new charity, and it's all about you guys using your voice for that. And it's funny because like not the benefit is not always very linear, but I did one for benefiting the Hollywood Food Coalition, which feeds the homeless, and then an ad agency saw it, and then yesterday they told me Toyota wanted to send them cars to pick up food.
Amazing.
And they're like, can you connect me with a charity? So it always, even if it's not a linear fundraiser, just
Yeah.
using that voice and putting it out there, it always helps, right?
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
We definitely need more of that out there for sure.
Yeah, nah, absolutely. So now tell us a little bit how you got into your whole fitness, and then creating content that's all
Hmm.
fitness related.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a very athletic background. I was pretty much born into an athletic family. So you know, being active and being fit was kind of was just in my blood. So I'm a former college athlete. I was a Division I linebacker in college, and I actually was 240 pounds when I was playing in college. So I was a big boy,
Wow.
and you know, I had aspirations to become an actor, and you know, I had some interest for the modeling world, and I knew being 240 on camera and on film, you know, that's tough. And
Let me show a
you
little
know,
bit of
I
who you are in this.
oh, perfect. Love it. So basically, my initial was I wanted to be a professional athlete. Um, so, you know, when injuries happened and that wasn't able to, you know, become a realistic dream of mine, so I veered off and I really dedicated myself to, you know, cutting down my body fat and, you know, kind of getting more of that model body. And, you know, it kind of became not an obsession, but like, you know, when I was playing sports, I had to work out every day to sustain my athletic ability and my strength for whatever sport I was working out for. Now I don't have a sport. Now it's more me competing kind of with myself. And so, social media has been great for me to kind of elaborate that and kind of share my knowledge with the world and help motivate people to, stay fit, stay active, eat healthy, do the right things. So I love social media for that aspect. And now, like you said, I'm making a lot of content for the fitness world. And, it's just a lot of fun because it's me in my element. And, so I get to mix the camera with fitness and kind of put it all together. And, I'm a performer. I was a born performer. So being able to film now and, put my workouts out there online and, have people give me good feedback with them is great.
So Derek, okay, so for all of us that are home during, these 2 months, what's
Yes.
some of the tips, what's some of the stuff that you can kind of advise us to do to kind of minimize the impact of losing our routine, right? And give
Yeah,
us a
for
little
sure.
overview, maybe nutrition wise and maybe workout wise.
For sure. So like a little bit of like what I do, I like to still wake up early, even though I'm waking up for really no reason. But that reason is to go out and get some fresh air and get some exercise. I'm out there usually 6 o'clock, right as the sun's coming up, and there's not many people out and about at that time, so you don't have to really worry about coming in contact with anyone, and it allows you to kind of get fresh air. I wore a mask this morning, walking around just in case, but I did a nice 2 mile walk. Anyone who owns a home or lives in an apartment building where there's sets of stairs, I've been walking to this outdoor stairway that has about 20 steps, and I've actually been doing sets of 10 up and down, and then
And do
continuing
you
my walk.
recommend doing this with an empty stomach as soon as you wake up, or just having your coffee first and going? What's like a good way to
So
do
it's
this?
so it's kind of to each his own. Like for instance, for the two guys I train, one kind of struggles in the morning on an empty stomach, and the other just kind of goes. So I recommend it to like kind of burn that excess body fat. It's called fastest cardio. So you can go in there on an empty stomach and kind of just burn that what's left over from the day before.
Mm,
Um, if you
that's
do
it.
need to eat, if you do need to eat something though, for energy or just some people just need something to get them going in the morning,
Right.
like you might have a banana or like a protein bar. Coffee's not bad. I don't recommend sugar or cream, but
Just black coffee.
a
Black
black
coffee.
I've actually been drinking green tea in the morning.
Oh, okay.
I got a box of green tea, and I've been filling that up. Green tea is a great metabolism booster. It helps burn fat, and it's natural. So, and it has the caffeine in there for you to kind of give you that little boost. So, I recommend green tea. I'm a coffee drinker as well. I like my coffee, but during this time, I've been trying to pick and choose what you know healthy things or what things I put in my body that I don't really need. And when I'm drinking something with caffeine in the morning now, I want it to help me burn that excess fat if I decide to have a Ben and Jerry's at night.
And now, as far as like the food intake, right? Are you one of those people? Do you recommend more like smaller meals throughout the day, or do you
hmm
think people during this time should stick to their breakfast, lunch, or dinner? What do you think is the most effective thing to do?
So since, right now we're kind of finding ourselves bored, I'm sure a lot of people are bored eating. Maybe I recommend probably spacing the meals out and kind of shrinking them a little bit and more strategically eating. You can still eat like fun, but kind of plan your meals like ahead of time, which that can be the fun part, and you can kind of keep yourself in check.
Mhm.
Because if you find yourself just wandering around the kitchen every few hours, that's dangerous. But we have a lot of time in our hands, so I recommend low calorie. Try to keep the sugars low if you're going to be putting sugar in your body right now with not a lot of moving. Try to keep it natural with fruit.
Right.
Um,
The
I
milk
mean,
and stuff.
Yeah, sugars and sodium, those are both danger zones because they both kind of sit in your body and mold into fat. Um, Cheat days are necessary, definitely, but I highly recommend a diet is a great, not necessarily a diet, but like eating properly throughout the day is a great way to keep yourself mentally on task and routine. Um, so you don't feel like you're not doing something every day. Like
Right.
eating, if you want to stay in shape, eating needs to be your main focus right now
Right.
because it's easy, like I said, it's easy to go to the gym and get on the Stairmaster and stay in one spot. But to actually go out and travel and into this world right now, it's kind of a lot,
Yeah,
especially for
so,
a lot
so
of
but
people.
it's a smart idea, obviously, to keep your calorie intake as low as possible, which is
Yeah,
kind of hard because you're home the whole time.
right.
It takes.
But I've been kind of setting up, like, for instance, I've been playing a lot of video games. And when I was playing the game the other day, I said, all right, every, I was like, all right, every time I score a touchdown in Madden, I'm gonna do 25 push-ups. And I ended up doing almost 300 push-ups in my one sitting playing video games. So if you can
So we
like
could do
stay,
that. We could do that with like Netflix, right? We watch one episode, 50
yeah,
push-ups,
or
and
like
you can
like you know
binge.
how like back like you could be watching a TV show and every time they say a certain word, you'd be like, oh, I gotta do 10 crunches, or I gotta stand up. It's just a lot of people just will sit for hours and your body will
Wait,
just,
so I love that, man. I love that because I think everybody can relate to doing that. So do you recommend like throughout the day, just like bust out into like 10, 20
oh
push-ups
yeah.
instead of all throughout, like what would you say, like every hour, every 2 hours, just like bust out into like 20
Yeah.
push-ups or
If you do that every hour you're up, that will I mean, that alone, that gets your heart rate up because we all need to keep our heart strong,
yeah,
especially with the lack of moving. So, every hour of the day, it doesn't have to be high intensity, but
right.
do 10 squats, do 20 push-ups, do some lunges. There's endless movements you can do with your body that are active and productive that people don't think about every day. Like me,
Oh,
when I'm sitting around bored,
that's great
like this
advice.
chair, it has armrests. I can literally, this is a tricep workout. Like there's
Right.
endless things you can do while you're just sitting around bored, and you can use things in your house or apartment or whatever as weights. Like
Yeah.
I literally, my dog, I'll be laying on the floor and my dog will come over and lick me, and I'll pick him up and I'll hold him over me as like kind of a little weight, and it's
Yeah.
pretty fun. But
Yeah.
like just little things, like I mean, we all have random objects around the house we could use. But
So,
also don't hesitate to use the internet as well. There's
right.
so many people that like just get creative.
Right. So now, because I've always heard, so I mean, I think your go-to ones that are easy to do, you got push-ups and then like sit-ups, right? And
Hmm.
sit-ups you can do every day, right? You
And
don't have,
squats.
and squats. So we got
Yeah.
sit-ups, push-ups, and squats.
Hmm.
And they're all exercises that you don't have to take time off from, right? You could actually do these
Right.
every day, right?
You can be cooking in the kitchen and you can be doing squats while you're cooking.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
And then film it and post it.
Exactly. It's a great new TikTok video.
Yeah. No, and I invite everyone watching this, like film yourself doing some squats, tag us, and
Yeah,
put it on your stories.
definitely.
But Derek
Definitely.
told me to do this. I'm following your advice. No,
Yeah,
that is that's really good. That's good to know, man. Because like all of us, some of us, most of us, all of us are so confined at home,
mhm.
and physical movement is so restrictive right now. You know.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, it's a good thing that people are being good and disciplined and staying home, but doesn't mean you don't need to be active.
Right.
So,
All right, and so let's talk a little bit about nutrition, right? Like the actual
mhm,
things to eat. I know you talked about as far as if you're having sugar, stick to fruits and whatnot.
mhm.
Do you subscribe to like the kind of start your carb heaviest and then wind down on the carbs as the day progresses?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend that. I mean, the best way to do it, probably if you're gonna work out in the morning on an empty stomach, make
Mhm.
your biggest meal of the day right after that, probably.
Yeah.
That's personally what I would recommend for people trying to keep the body fat low. As you get closer to bedtime, when your body is kind of getting at its rest state, your metabolism's slowing down and it's going to want it to go into sleep mode. And when that happens, that's when your body, you know, you're not moving. So that's when the fat likes to get comfortable inside of you. So the less you put in your body at night, the better you are, you know, because you're burning all day long. So bedtime, if you don't eat past a certain time, that's great. I would definitely recommend putting a clock on your kitchen. So maybe like 7 or 8 p.m. comes, you don't eat because that gets into dangerous time no matter what you eat. Because then, like I said, it just kind of sits in your stomach overnight, and that's really not good for you.
Mm.
Unfortunately, most of the best time to eat is at night on the couch watching a movie or TV, but that's the most dangerous time. That's when you notice the next morning you'll wake up bloated and kind of feeling a little sluggish.
Right, right. But I think keeping in mind that during this time specifically, you really have to watch the time. I mean, the earliest that you have your dinner, the better, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So maybe like cut it like 6:30, since you know
Hmm.
you're not gonna do anything, and then just like, well, you can have like decaf. You know what I love to do? I love to have decaf green teas throughout
Hmm.
the day. Because one of the things
Yeah.
that I heard that people have been making fun of me, I was like, you know, I was posting when this whole thing broke out that I heard that if you put a blow dryer in your face, it kills the coronavirus and all that stuff. But I have heard about green tea, not green tea, but just teas in general, things that are
Yeah.
really hot. And now I'm like hooked on green tea. And actually, throughout the day, I'm just having either just regular green tea or decaf green tea. Does the decaf green tea also speed up your metabolism, or?
Yeah, I believe so. It's still really good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't necessarily need all the caffeine anyway.
Right, right, right. And then yeah, so I took that habit on since this started, and it's been really great. And then yes, okay, so then you nailed it. So it's just kind of we wean down on the carb intake throughout the day until, so then at night, what's an ideal, 6 o'clock dinner for you?
I mean, I love like a nice during the week dinner would be like, you know, some good chicken, maybe like a side Caesar salad, which Caesar is really not the best dressing for you. It's just one of my favorites. But you know, maybe like a side salad, some broccoli, spinach. We've we've been trying to eat pretty regularly, you know, salads for lunch, like kale, spinach. You know, the greener the food, the better. Honestly, a lot of vegetables. But like I do eat a lot of chicken in my diet. Um, a big thing that I eat a lot is Greek yogurt. I have that. It's a great snack. It's or like you could have that before bed. It's high in protein. It is a little high in sodium, but you know, it's a small serving size, and you know, you digest it pretty quick. So
So that one you can have after 8.
yeah, if you're going to, I put grapes in the freezer, and eating frozen grapes makes me kind of feel like I'm eating ice cream, and it's a nice little guilty pleasure, but it's not really guilty. It's healthy, and also frozen grapes go great in the Greek yogurt.
Nice, nice. And what are your thoughts about, like, I know I'm guilty about this because I love a good portion, but what are your thoughts on portion control?
Um, my thoughts are do as I say, not as I do. Because when it comes to me with portion control, I usually, if there's any leftovers, I try to make sure there aren't any.
Just
Uh, but I'm burning calories all day.
yeah,
I work out, you know, a handful of times throughout the day, so to kind of keep my calories balanced.
right, right, right.
But I swear I'm hungry so much because of how much I burn.
Right.
So
But I'm saying,
if
yeah, I'm saying specifically now, right? Because people
for
are having
them,
sedentary lives and are not moving that much.
yeah, I keep the one good portion. It's actually really healthy to measure your portions.
Mm.
Not many people do it, but to actually know specifically what you're putting in your body is it's a good way to learn your body because then you can kind of know how it reacts to specific things, and you can know like, okay, my body likes this, I'm gonna keep eating it, or you know, vice versa.
Nice, 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 nice. And no, I know that's the portion control conversation goes
Yeah, that's a whole
out,
nother conversation.
out the window, out the window. Uh, Derek, and kind of switching gears here a little bit. You know, what would you recommend to somebody that wanted to go into the content creation route like you, but focus it also on fitness? How did you get started, or how, or now that you've done it, or you're on your path to doing more and more, what would be a great word, some great words of wisdom for somebody that wanted to do what you're doing and the way that you're doing it?
Well, definitely the hardest thing to do is starting. I mean, you know, social media is definitely putting yourself out there, and if you're trying to build it in a certain direction that you want people to follow, you know, that definitely takes some courage. So, you know, you gotta just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to fail because that's gonna happen. And you know, study the people that you want to aspire to be like, because you know, don't copy anyone. I do not recommend imitation, but try to use what other people are doing and you know, make it your own. And you know, persistence is everything. And be confident in yourself. You know, you have this idea and passion for a reason. So you know, if you're gonna do it, be all in and have fun. I mean, social media was made for us to have fun with, and I think way too many people take it too serious. And you know, just have fun with it. Be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else, and just go and don't stop.
Yeah, and I
Don't
think, I mean,
stop.
and to add to what you're saying, I think it's such a great time to start because I think everybody's looking at their lives, no matter who you are, everybody's back to the drawing board in a way. Because
Yeah.
whatever we thought was the path is now like destroyed.
Yeah.
And not like destroyed like it'll never go back up, but we kind of get to start fresh and
Hmm.
and realize that maybe there's another route and everybody, it's a great, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's a great time to take chances because nobody knows what way things are going to go, right?
Exactly. No, I couldn't agree more. This is the perfect time. I think, I mean, so many people complain, or not complain, but they'll say, like, for instance, my brother will say, like, I'm in such great shape because, you know, it's a part of my job and I have so much time on my hands to commit myself to it. Well, bro, you have all the time in the world now. You know, it's like, don't waste this time we have. Be prepared. Like, you can either choose to sit at home and do nothing, or you can sit at home and strategize for the future and for what you want out of life when this all is over.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a couple of questions from this kid, Global Kid Media. I'm a
Okay.
13-year-old boy media president.
Oh, you froze over there.
President. Yeah, I froze. I have interviewed Snoop and Zion and Magic and Mohammed, but still social media doesn't go viral. I mean, well, you're 13 years old. I mean, just keep
Yeah,
going.
keep
Uh,
going. I mean, you have a great start.
yeah, yeah, okay, start. Yeah, just here's my advice. Come teach me a few things. Nah, that's great. That's a beautiful thing, right? About like no one knows how things go viral. You just got to keep plugging away
That's
because
it.
you might hit that one thing that works. And it's funny, if you ever go to there's a book called Contagious, and it's all about how things go. There's never an explanation on how to go viral. The only thing that they can do is they give you a case study on things that went viral, but it
Right,
needed to be that special formula that no one knows how to put together that works, right?
right. No, it's tough. Like I recently just started using TikTok, and you know, I was blessed that my second post went viral, and it's a blessing and a curse because now I'm like, why aren't my other videos going viral? What's going on right now? Like,
Tell us about the video that went viral. What was it?
it was actually an at-home workout video. It was yeah, I posted on my Derek Pratt Fitness Instagram, but it has 500,000 views. It has like a bunch of like it has thousands of likes. Like we're doing good, you know.
Awesome.
But my other posts, I've only been using it for like a week, but like I want every post to go viral. But I got to go back to like for Instagram, for instance. Like right now, I have around 200,000 followers, but like most like I don't know. I remember when I started modeling, I had like 4,000 followers, and I felt like a nobody. But it's like you can't start at the top. You just got to
Yeah.
progressively build your content, build your quality, and you know over time, people will appreciate that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Derek, you're amazing. And let me tell you something.
Likewise.
Ever since you got involved with our social network, you were my favorite.
Hey, I
No,
love
but
you.
you're
Thank
always
you.
so easy, and so I can tell you have a fantastic work ethic. And I think probably, obviously, to be so fit, I mean, how you treat your body, you can't compartmentalize the way you are in life, right? The way you are with fitness is the way you are with work. It's like you're always like on top of me, like where's the call sheet or where's the thing, but not like competing, but like I really
No, yeah,
appreciate that you were the opposite of like this stereotypical social media star that's like, where am I going? Like you were
right.
just on it, you got to set on time, you were just a lovely person to work with. So I want to acknowledge you for that, for being such
Thank
a
you so much.
pro at just in your work ethic, what is fantastic. So
Well, likewise. I mean, you're amazing. Thank
no,
you so much for thinking of me and having me on your live feed. I miss you. I hope we get to work together once
yeah,
this is
man, we
again,
will.
once this is
We
all over,
will. And thank you
for
for the
sure.
contribution that I mean, I got so much out of this. I'm sure everybody that has. If you definitely feel that you have, screenshot this, tag us, put it in your story so people can see this.
Feel free to ask me questions too. Anyone that I didn't see, sorry, I wasn't even paying attention to the feed, but if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out. I'm here to help.
Awesome. All right, buddy. Listen, thank you so much and be well.
Hey,
And
you too.
I'll see you soon.
Definitely. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye, guys.